You're staring at a spreadsheet that just crashed your laptop? Again, $23 billion represented by rows and columns that your machine can't even process. This isn't a game. This is Tuesday. 3 years ago, you were at Goldman Sachs pulling 80-hour weeks, building financial models that made senior partners rich. You were good at it, really good. So good that a headhunter called you about a position at a private equity firm you'd never heard of. The salary made you laugh. 7 figures plus carry. You took the meeting just to see if it was real. It was real. Now you're the CEO of a fund that controls $240 billion in assets under management. You don't manage money anymore. You move it. You reshape entire industries with a phone call. You decide which companies live and which ones get carved up and sold for parts. Your morning starts at 5. Not because you're disciplined, but because Tokyo is closing and you need to know what happened overnight. Your phone has already logged 47 messages. 16 of them actually matter. Your chief of staff summarized the critical ones. A portfolio company in Germany is bleeding cash. Your co-investors in a healthcare deal want out, and an activist investor just took a position in one of your largest holdings. You shower while on a call with your London team. They're panicking about regulatory approval for a telecom merger. You're not panicking. You've seen this before. The regulators always posture. They always cave. You tell your team to wait them out and hang up before they can argue. Breakfast is 2 eggs and coffee you don't taste. Your driver's already outside. The car's armored. Not because you're paranoid, but because when you control this much capital, you become a target. Kidnapping insurance costs your firm $400,000 a year. Just for you. The office is on the 42nd floor of a building that doesn't have the firm's name anywhere on it. Discretion isn't a preference in private equity. It's a survival mechanism. The elevator requires a key card and a thumbprint. The reception area is empty. No logo. No art. Just bulletproof glass and a security desk. Your corner office overlooks the entire city, but you barely notice. You're already in your first meeting. It's a Monday, which means portfolio review. 12 companies. 12 CEOs who report to you. You have 20 minutes per company. They each think they deserve an hour. The first CEO walks in. He runs a manufacturing business you bought 18 months ago for $900 million. He's nervous. He should be. Revenue is flat. Margins are compressed. He starts explaining about supply chain issues and labor costs. You cut him off. What's the plan? He fumbles through a deck. 40 slides about initiatives and synergies and optimization. You stop him on slide 3. This is all strategy. Where's the execution? He doesn't have an answer. You give him 60 days to fix the margins or you're replacing him. He leaves pale. The second CEO is different. She runs a software company you acquired for $2 billion. Revenue is up 30% year over year. She's asking for capital to acquire a competitor. You like her. She thinks like an owner, not an operator. You approve the acquisition in 12 minutes. She's stunned. She expected a negotiation. You don't negotiate when the math works. By noon, you've approved 3 acquisitions, killed 2 expansion plans, and fired 1 CEO. Your assistant brings lunch. You eat it during a call with your investors. They're called limited partners, but there's nothing limited about their demands. They want returns, 15% annually, minimum, anything less, and they move their capital somewhere else. One of them asks about your energy portfolio. Oil prices are volatile. He's worried. You're not. You hedged the exposure 6 months ago. While he's worrying about headlines, you're 3 moves ahead. The call ends. You have 90 seconds before the next one. You check your personal account. Your net worth crossed 9 figures last year. The number doesn't excite you anymore. It's just a score. What excites you is the deal you're about to close. It's the biggest of your career, and if it works, it'll change everything. The target is a healthcare company, $3 billion in revenue, stagnant growth, bloated cost structure, the kind of business Wall Street has written off. That's exactly why you want it. Everyone sees the problems. You see the blueprint: cut 30% of overhead, consolidate the supply chain, sell off 2 underperforming divisions. In 3 years, you'll double the valuation and sell it to a strategic buyer for $7 billion. Your share of the profit? $400 million. But first, you have to win the auction. There are 5 other bidders. 2 are competitors. 3 are other private equity firms. You know every single one of them. You've beaten them before. The seller's advisor calls at 2 p.m. They want final bids by Friday. You have 72 hours to commit $3 billion. Most people would panic. You get to work. Your team has already built the model. Revenue projections, cost cuts, exit multiples. The spreadsheet has 10,000 cells. Every assumption is documented, every risk is quantified. You stress test it. What if revenue drops 15%? The deal still works. What if interest rates spike? Still profitable. What if the integration takes twice as long? You still make money. This is the difference between you and everyone else. They guess. You calculate. Thursday night, you're in the conference room with your deal team. 6 people who haven't slept in 2 days. The bid is due in 14 hours. Your number is 2.8 billion. One of your analysts thinks you should go higher. He's wrong. You explain it once. If you pay more, the returns don't justify the risk. Your investors didn't give you 20 billion to gamble. They gave it to you to win. Friday morning, you submit the bid. Then you wait. The seller will take 3 days to decide. You don't think about it. There's another deal in Prague. A logistics company. You're on a plane by noon. The deal in Prague falls apart in 40 minutes. The founders want to stay involved. You don't do deals with founders who can't let go. You're back on the plane, 18 hours in the air for a meeting that lasted less than an hour. Your phone rings over the Atlantic. It's the advisor. You won. 2.8 billion, binding term sheet by Monday. Due diligence starts immediately. You allow yourself 5 seconds of satisfaction, then you start planning the integration. You land in New York at midnight. Your driver takes you straight to the office. Your team is already there. The work is just beginning. Due diligence will take 90 days. You'll deploy 30 people to crawl through every contract, every asset, every liability. If there's a problem, you'll find it. If there's a hidden cost, you'll price it. The company you're buying has 4,000 employees. Most of them will be gone in 6 months. Not because you're cruel, but because the math demands it. You'll keep the top performers. You'll cut the rest. It's not personal. It's structural. The CEO you're replacing made $300,000 a year. You'll pay his replacement $2 million, but only if he hits the targets. Equity compensation tied to performance. No participation trophies. This is how you've built your empire. Ruthless precision. Every decision backed by data. Every risk calculated. Every emotion suppressed. You're not in the business of running companies. You're in the business of fixing them, growing them, and selling them. Some people call it vulture capitalism. You call it reality. The market rewards efficiency. You deliver efficiency. By 6 a.m., the term sheet is signed. Your lawyers are already drafting the purchase agreement. You finally go home, shower, change clothes. You're back in the office by 8. There's a pension fund in Tokyo that wants a meeting. They have 18 billion to deploy. You take the call, you'll pitch them on your next fund, 300 billion, the largest you've ever raised. They'll say yes. They always do. Your track record speaks louder than any deck. 22% annualized returns over 15 years. You've never had a losing fund, not once. But here's what they don't see. The marriages that ended because you were never home. The friendships that dissolved because you stopped returning calls. The hobbies you used to have before every waking hour became about the next deal. You're worth $400 million. You have homes you've never slept in, cars you don't drive, a watch collection that could fund a small country's budget, and you're still chasing the next deal. Because that's the trap nobody tells you about. The money stops mattering after the first 100 million. What matters is winning, beating the other firms, proving you're the best. The scoreboard is the only thing left that makes you feel anything. Your assistant reminds you about dinner tonight, a charity gala. You're receiving an award for philanthropy. 50 million donated last year. Tax deductible, of course. You'll give a speech about giving back. People will applaud. You'll smile for the cameras. Then you'll leave early because there's a deal brewing in Singapore. You're moving trillions, reshaping industries, playing a game most people don't even know exists. You've won by every conventional measure, but the finish line keeps moving, and you keep running.